Okay, hello everyone. Yeah, it's me. I think it's me. And welcome back to another live stream. So yeah, it's been 3 weeks. So yeah, it's great to see you all guys again. I hope you've enjoyed the live stream kind of so far. And yeah.
And it's all I'm really loud. It's a record 30 seconds in for me to tell you to stop slouching. Actually, I think it's because the camera's being messed up. The chatbot is doing something stupid. I don't know. I've given up on the chatbot. He will actually read what it is. And yeah, as Glenn Quagmire says, despite the stupid chatbot not working, Cole multitasks and does loads of stuff on his phone at the same time. So he can see the chat. And thank you right at the very beginning, Cole. You've got a couple of super chats right at the beginning.
Super chats already. Wow, that was fast.
Amni XP and Jim last name.
And Jim last name.
Yes, yeah,
wow.
2. That's amazing. So
thank you so much, guys.
Fantastic.
Much
thank you. And again, yes, it's just sitting there doing nothing. That stupid chat bot. I'm going to go on mute and poke some few things whilst you want to talk.
Okay. I mean, I guess I could talk about what I've done over the past 3 weeks. So I've had half term. I've come back to school over 2 weeks. So I could talk about a couple of things at school. One day.
Stop. Emergency. Sizer, who's one of your patrons, says, I like the style of your hair, Cole. So this is where Mummy will come in and go, no. See? But part of the reason why we were late kind of plugging everything together was Mummy was saying, Cole, let's mess around with your hair a little bit better. And Cole will go, no. So maybe we need to have a poll. Oh, no. As in...
I mean, I can't do this to my hair every day.
Yes, you can't, but Mummy can.
Yeah, my mum's not going to come to school while I'm boarding. Yeah. Which, speaking of which, I am going to school after this live stream. So that's...
Yes, actually, we need to be quite tight on time this time because you need to be back, not early, but it has to be on time back today for something you've got to do at school, don't you? Mm. Yeah, okay.
That's true. Incredibly busy week and incredibly busy past 2 weeks. I've actually done a concert already, actually. The first Wednesday back, I can talk about... I had one of my orchestra pieces performed by the Pastelle School Middle School Orchestra, which is pretty cool. It's not the one that you're going to be hearing today. That's a slightly different one, which I'll talk about later. But no, it was quite exciting. And yeah, that was one thing. Another thing I've been preparing a lot for another concert called the Sound Image Movement Concert, which is kind of like... Well, it's a concert which involves quite a lot of sound, quite a lot of image.
And can I get movement?
Yeah. So it's kind of meant to be like a different kind of concert. And I had one of my pieces actually got into the concert. It's a quite short concert this year, mainly because of the really, really busy time it is now. But despite that, I still got one piece that I'm actually singing in, which will be quite exciting. I'm sure it'll be... Once I perform it, which will probably be in a few weeks from now, it will not be released for another 4 months, and you'll probably see it in July.
Really slow in releasing stuff that they record.
It is what it is. It is quite an exciting concert. You could probably see some other things. Actually, I performed some things last year, but yeah, that's kind of also exciting. And I also did go to another school last week. I went up to Leicester to go to a school there, and I spent one day working with some other school kids who, this is kind of, I think it was at normal school from like year 7 to 11, and I collaborated with a couple of students from Purcell and some of the students from a school called Beaumont Leys School in Leicester, and worked with a couple of them, and we like created a song and ended up doing like a workshop. It was kind of like a workshop kind of thing, and we performed all the songs that we'd created in a concert in the evening, which was the afternoon really. But yeah, so quite a long drive, and we also got to eat KFC that day.
Yes, for your patrons, who many are here already, including Scott. Thanks for. I think you said you managed to sort it out. I think I've said many times, Patreon itself is rubbish. Everyone that comes on Patreon and supports you, thank you very much, and all the support you get. But Patreon, the website, is annoyingly bad. You'd think that they actually would be good at their job, which is only one thing, which is help kind of link people who want to support Cole with Cole. But they could be better. But yeah, loads of behind the scenes stuff on Patreon, which is quite cool. including pictures of a half-eaten chicken wing, right?
That's true.
That was fun.
Yeah.
But anyway, because when you're going to bore everyone silly, we can talk about one thing. Obviously, that happened this week was the piano.
The piano.
But we'll talk about that.
Let's talk about that later.
Later.
So let's do a first.
Let's do some music because everyone will just get bored silly. However, one thing I do want you've probably missed it on here, Carl. You know Destiny and her German Shepherd Ranger. Unfortunately, Ranger will be laid to rest tomorrow. Obviously, that's very sad news.
I'm sorry.
We've known Destiny and Ranger for quite a while, both on here and via Patreon as well. And we've shared pictures of our dogs, Lala and Summer and Ranger. And obviously, he's not good. I do know that there is a replacement, but nothing replaces them. If I can express it that way. But you can play something for Destiny and Ranger later. I've got that written down. But,
Okay.
do you want to start something?
Let's start with something I prepared.
Okay.
So this one I think I performed about 3 weeks ago or something. What was it? Because I think I met Bob that day.
St. Pancras.
St. Pancras. And yeah, so not many people would have heard me. Actually, that's a lie. I did play it in a TikTok, kind of like one of those Arsenal chants again. It's not really an Arsenal. It was not really an Arsenal chant that's really going around much. But a guy on Twitter called Ben Bennett sent me this Leandro Trossard chant that he made up, and I thought it was pretty cool. And I ended up making a full cover of this song because my dad really likes this song. He sings it all the time, and also it's just a pretty cool song in general. I think I've heard a couple of people sing it at my school as well, quite well actually, but no one sings it better than my dad. So this one is "You Are Not Alone" by Michael Jackson.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Did you throw some whatever? What is it called? Some shade my way.
I'm joking.
I'm gonna have a sing off with you later.
I'm joking.
And then our channel will die from my singing. But anyway, what are you doing? You
are not alone by Michael Jackson.
Okay, I'm gonna mute everything, including your piano.
What?
Anyway, get on with it.
Okay. So that was You Are Not Alone by Michael Jackson. I hope you guys enjoyed that one.
Very nice.
Thank you.
You're really annoying.
Why?
Normally, I record it, the live stream, just so that we can save you playing it again, right? But 99.99999% of the time, you kind of make a mistake.
Okay.
But the one time I do not record, you don't make any mistakes.
Well done.
And actually, I don't know, maybe the live stream quality on YouTube is really good. I don't have to do anything with it. Shout out to Piano Third. He's on right now. He's a legend. You're rubbish, Cole. Tell everyone about Piano Third.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean...
Let me rephrase that, Cole. You're rubbish, again. Tell everyone about Piano Third. Or Zach.
Yeah, so Zach, also known as Piano Third on YouTube, he's, I think he's 9? He's 9 at the moment, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so Zach's 9, and I met him at Battersea Power Station last year, and we did like a kind of like duet of Bohemian Rhapsody. He's really, really good at it. And then I think I met him also a few weeks ago where we did... St. Pancras, where we did Rush E together.
Yeah.
He's really, really good and really young as well. I do think...
Yeah, so if anyone doesn't know Piano Third, but has been watching Cole's videos, he's the little 9-year-old boy. And apologies, Piano Third, if you come on here not expecting us to talk to you and you just pop up, it's tough because you're brilliant, and so Cole's brilliant, and you're all brilliant together. Fantastic. Piano Third is going to be a legend. He's going to be absolutely massive. He may not be very tall, but Cole, you were a midget. Nice and tiny when you're 9, and then in about a space of a year, you grew 2 feet. It was ridiculous.
Not 2 feet.
Well, whatever. But it'll be great if
you're saying I was like 3'5" at some point, and now I'm like
pretty much.
3 foot.
I think when we first went out, kind of messing around with you, you were very short, and then, as I said, I think when Bob first met you properly. What was it, 2 years of COVID, and then suddenly you shot up. But yes. But no, fantastic. Very good, very well done. And as I said, you're very annoying for not messing up this time. The next 17 live streams, when I hit record and you mess up every single one, I'm going to get even more annoyed.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you very much. Right,
you should be saying thank you. You're welcome to me, actually.
No. Make me
I did my bit.
Yes.
Joking.
What was I going to say? Right, okay. The piano. What do you want to say about the piano? It was on today. So for those that don't know, there's a TV show, a channel on Channel 4 called The Piano, which is really cool. And the premise of the show was what?
Well,
or what were you told?
Well, I was told we would go up to Glasgow. I don't know why Glasgow, but...
well, originally you weren't told to go to Glasgow.
We weren't told we were going to go to Glasgow. We were told we were going to go to a public piano, and we were going to... It's kind of like a documentary filming about the public piano and like how cool it is, whatever.
Yeah.
And it ended up being like some sort of competition to perform at the Royal Festival Hall. Like we'd get to meet Mika and Lang Lang, who are like really, really cool pianist performers.
I'm sure more than better than really cool. But yeah, effectively, for those that have seen the show, and I know not everyone has because it's only in the UK, we were told very clearly it was all a celebration about the piano, which is, I think we're fine to say that because that's what they've also said. The direction for us, because the series is still on, is, we're only allowed to say so much, and obviously nothing disparaging, not that there is anything to say negative about it. It's a really good show. Normally, Cole, actually, it's probably worth saying, you've been invited to go on BGT. You've even been invited to go to America's Got Talent, and they would fly the whole family out and put Cole straight into the televised, whatever it is, post auditions things or whatever it is. It was really a great offer, but we don't really do the kind of talent shows because we know they're kind of a bit of a story and judging, and it's not really a judge competition thing. But yeah, so Cole has been invited to BGT, AGT, and the various talent shows, but we always turn them down. So, but this one was different because we were told that it wasn't a judging show. There was no competition. There was no pressure. Nothing. It was just filming public pianos. And guess what? Apparently there were a whole load of kind of auditions, and we never saw them because we never looked for it. And out of the blue, someone just phoned and said, "Look, we've been looking for you for ages, and we've managed to get your contact details. Please come up," which is all great. So Coldo went on and played. And as with all TV shows, it's cut for TV. For patrons, I found a way to get the relevant bits. I'll definitely make sure you'll have it. I'm not sure I'm allowed to do it anywhere else because it doesn't really work. But otherwise, some really good bits. Lang said something about medley that you played. Yeah. Medleys are really hard. It's really difficult. It takes really. But it was really nice to like get all like the transitions together. Yeah, it takes really a lot of great classical skill, and he definitely has that. And I would like to take him to Royal Festival Hall. Mika didn't like it because it was a medley. But then, I mean, he said he liked it, but he said it wouldn't really work. Yeah, it doesn't really work in the Royal Festival Hall, which is interesting because if you knew it was a competition or something to be judged for so that you can play in Royal Festival Hall, you presumably would not have picked an Elton John medley. I mean, maybe like one Elton John song, but not like a medley, I don't think. Mainly because it's just the kind of thing that I was meant to go up there for. I think originally it was meant to be so that I'd go up and it was about the piano itself and like how like these public pianos like bring people together. And I think, in fact, I think they talk about how I'm doing what they asked. Effectively, they asked me to. Yeah, you've picked something that's. I've picked something that really works for the train station. The train station, like brings people to. Well, I don't know. Effectively, brings people together. People come to watch. People listen to bits of things, and things like that. I guess. Yeah, but ultimately, they were looking for someone to play at the Royal Festival Hall, and therefore, what you picked for train station, whilst they said it worked for there, it probably didn't work for the other one. But what's interesting, all the bits that were cut. I.e. the transitions, cool transitions, the hard bit, the bit that Lang said, "Oh, it takes a lot of great classical skill, and you've got that, and I would like to take you to the Royal Festival Hall." That was all the bit that was cut off TV. But anyway, that's a lot. I'm not sure we can talk about much more than that because the show's on anyway. We actually have asked permission to post the full medley. The full medley that Mum was there as well. She was on TV. She was very nervous, but she actually recorded a full bit of you playing, and we'll certainly, we'll definitely make it available for patrons somehow, but we'll see. Yeah. But, I mean, I did some other like behind the scenes filming, but I'm not sure how much it's going to actually like go on YouTube potentially. Like I don't know, like a mini vlog video that I kind of had the idea. Yeah, we'll see. But we'll have to ask and see if what's allowed, what's not really. And if it's not allowed, if it doesn't come on YouTube, it's probably because it's not allowed or because it's too much work for Daddy. So, I mean... Well, at minimum... you do a lot anyway. But... Thank you very much. Especially singing. Ruining your whatever. But at minimum, it'll be on there for patrons because that's a little private bit that Channel 4 doesn't need to see. You can say thank you to William Bowles. So, thank you, William. Thanks for the super chat. And he says, "Cole, your videos are great. Keep up the good work. Could you play Another Love and Someone Like You as a request? Once again, keep up the great work." So yes. Yeah, absolutely. You will note that down, right? Yes, I have noted out. And again, please don't spam. I'm going to direct that specifically to you, fans. So I have seen your requests. So absolutely, please do not ask for the same thing again. Otherwise, it keeps going down the list. Right. Do you want to do something? And then you can do your dedication for Destiny in a second. Okay. So, what's the something? I don't know, it's up to you. Oh, never mind. So actually, I think I talked about one of my orchestra pieces being played earlier. So why don't you explain to people who may have only just come on here because of the 32.5 seconds you were on the piano. That was sarcasm, by the way. You're on more than that. Most people know you as a piano cover pianist thing. That is correct. But I also am... a composer. I am a joint first study composer at the Purcell School, and this that I'm about to show you is a piece that I wrote actually for like some
school children. Is it school children? I think it is school
Yeah,
children.
it was a children's children's orchestra. or
Yeah, I
something.
wrote an orchestra piece for a choir. No, I'm joking. So no, it's called Enchanted Forest. It's kind of like based on kind of like Chinese melodies and I don't know, kind of just an Oriental kind of thing.
And part of the request was do not make it too difficult.
Yeah. And
Which, to be honest, I've listened to it. It sounds too difficult. But then again, I have no musical talent.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. I hope it sounds nice altogether. The audio that I've created is from Sibelius, from a little thing called Note Performer, which makes it sound not awful. So I don't know how it's going to sound now, but hopefully it sounds good enough on the thing.
So it's called
Enchanted Forest.
Which is why you can't see because it's just a green screen behind you. But you can see on the.
I think it looks pretty cool.
You can point to the rabbit that's behind you. There is no rabbit behind you. Sometimes you're really clever, and sometimes he's like, Cole, how can you not work these things out? But
Because
anyway,
I couldn't see the rabbit behind me. I was just taking a look.
there is no rabbit behind you.
I know that.
Oh, well done. Anyway, so Enchanted Forest. So I'm going to hit a button. I think the audio is about right.
Well, let's hope.
It might be a little bit quiet. Well, not a little bit quiet. But anyway, I'm going to mute everything. You're going to watch Cole pick his nose for 4 minutes because it's like 4 minutes long. But this is
Enchanted Forest.
an orchestral thing. Sorry, let's try again. Again, this is Enchanted Forest. I'll poke the button properly this time.
okay, my dad's signaling to me that it's done now. I couldn't hear a thing. Yeah, that was Enchanted Forest. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and hopefully it sounded all right.
Yeah, it was a bit quiet apparently on the audio thing, but it's no, I really like it. At some point, we're going to get you on Spotify and release stuff.
Yeah, would be a good idea.
Yes, and probably release your piano covers as well. But I think it would be pretty good to release some of your own compositions, since probably not that many people know you do compositions like that orchestral one, which is I think pretty amazing for, what was it, a year and a half ago? It was during COVID.
Year and a half ago, yeah.
Yeah, coming out of COVID, I think, wasn't it? So pretty amazing.
Thank you.
Yes. I don't actually tell you your stuff is pretty amazing very often, do I? Because you're rubbish.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. For getting the one time I don't record your live stream on the video, on the camera, you go and get it right. Right. So before we head over to for Destiny and Ranger,
Destiny, yeah.
you need to say happy birthday to our favourite Man U fan.
Happy birthday. And
For
it's
3
a
days
pretty,
from 3 days from
and
now.
I hope you like your present today, just right now.
Okay, are you going to do something then?
No, I'm joking. It's
What was that?
You don't know.
I can't work it out. Oh. Did you play You Are Not Alone? At the, not You Are Alone, You Never Walk Alone at the beginning? From Man U fan?
Yeah, it's 2-0.
Is it? Oh, Liverpool beating Man U?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Okay, that's a bit, I don't know if that's a bit mean, but
It's not mean, it is fantastic.
it's great
Speaking of which,
for Arsenal.
Arsenal won yesterday.
Arsenal won yesterday.
Has it? For anyone who hasn't seen it,
Oh, it's 3-0.
is it 3-0?
It's 3-0.
Sorry, our favourite Man U fan.
I just got the
It's-
notification on there saying it's 3-0.
It's 3-0.
Thing is, when we go to Liverpool in a
But
month's
don't worry.
time, he can laugh in our face.
Don't forget, they have won the Carabao Cup.
That's very true.
So at least they have a cup.
We haven't got a cup yet.
Yes.
Yet.
If you haven't got a cup, you can get the Colan Cup that you're drinking. How's that for a segue?
Yeah. Go buy my one.
Yes. But hopefully we'll get a cup too. Right, anyway, so Destiny and Ranger, and the sad news for, about Ranger, who's a service dog, a German Shepherd, like Lala and some of our German Shepherd who used to feature until we have so many cables here. Destiny asked, would you be able to play Dancing in the Sky? I suspect you won't know this because I don't even know what this is.
I do not know Dancing in the Sky.
Because I have no idea.
I know songs that it should be successful.
I think piano cert or Zach. Since I now know your name, it seems odd to call you Piano Zach. Piano cert.
Piano Zach.
Yes, you should be called Piano Zach. But anyway, Piano cert / Zach. Are you an Arsenal fan? It sounded like you might have been as well.
Well, if you are, great.
Yes.
And, yeah. Anyways, sorry. Dancing in the Sky. Is it?
Yeah. And I am looking at the chat, and Michael and SW 517216.
Is that by Danny and Lizzie?
I don't know.
Well, must be.
If you look for it, I'm sure it'll be there somewhere.
Or is it like this Disney thing? Is there a Disney? No, wait, no, that's just a.
go find it.
It's not. It's that's just a playlist.
Yeah.
It
But
must
about
be
the
this.
piano, I mean, Cole, whilst it is a little disappointing that there was only so much airtime, it's kind of expected. And it was a great experience. Cole enjoyed it. And we enjoyed watching it on TV, and that's fine. It's stuff that we kind of know anyway. Cole's done radio, TV, and for those that don't know, Cole's even been performing in the West End, the equivalent of the US Broadway, for those that don't know, for about a year and a bit. So he's kind of well versed with TV, media, and so on, which is largely why we don't do competitions. Cole could do one, but he could join AGT, he could join the BGT, albeit we had discussed this before, long before they did contact us. If we were going to do anything, or should I say if Cole was going to do something, it would be more of a kind of Looper Peter Bent style rather than just straight piano covers, because what's the point? But yes, Piano Sir, Zach is an Arsenal fan. Out of interest, I think we're allowed to say this, Arsenal has actually invited Cole to play something during match days, or a match day. We don't know when yet, but we'll see. Right, I think Cole probably has got to the point where he has heard it. That's Cole's thinking face. Cole actually can't hear me. This is the fun thing.
I can hear you.
Oh, right, okay. By the way, obviously, for those that know, we can't play any of the audio out loud that he's listening to, because YouTube, for copyright issues, will eat the live stream and stop it, as they've done once before in the past. So we don't do that. Are you ready, Cole?
Wait.
I wonder if he's
Okay,
actually
yeah,
just
I'm
listening
ready,
to
I'm
the
ready,
football commentary.
No,
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right, Dancing in the Sky for Ranger.
I hope that's right, and I hope that's the right thing.
No, I hope so too. I don't recognise it because I don't even know what the song is.
Fair
It sounded very nice, but obviously it is sad times. But I certainly hope that Ranger.
Oh God,
obviously
it's loud on my
rests
thing.
Ranger rests in peace. What, your live stream? Was it blasting in your
The
ear?
live stream was blasting in my ear.
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't a great sing anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on. William Bowles earlier, who was very generous with Super Chat, you could do this straight off because you know both these songs. Another Love and Someone Like You. What's Someone Like You? Who's that by? Is that Callum Scott? So who's that?
know.
My brain's fried.
Adele.
Ah, yes. So,
And you tell me I have no musical knowledge.
well, I have bad
Music history
memory.
knowledge.
So why don't you show that this is a medley, a nice transition between Another Love and Someone Like You, and make it nice. You Feel the Love Tonight, Elton John. Your song to finish. And I lied. There's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road as well.
There you are.
Very nice. And your transitions were quite nice too. Apparently it takes quite good, strong classical skills to do it. Yes. But anyway, so very nice. And actually, I think that was the whole point. Well, not the whole point. What you did in Glasgow. It was Glasgow, but they cut all the transitions. But that's fair enough. That's kind of what they do in TV. But it was interesting that Lang Lang referenced it and Mika referenced it, but it just wasn't shown. Anyway, very good. So that means I can actually clear the Elton John requests off the list. And again, for those that do request, if you do spam, I will push it down to the bottom of the list. I do have those lists. Please do not replace and repeat them. I do know one that I would like to add in, and I do know you know it.
Do you know I know?
I do, and it's actually dedicated to Severus. Severus. Do you know who Severus is? Do you recognise the name from a movie?
Severus.
Yeah. You don't? Harry Potter.
Oh!
Thank you for the very loud oh in my ear. And everyone else is here. Destiny's new service dog will be called Severus. And as others have suggested, play a bit of Harry Potter in dedication to them. What was that?
I'm not going to carry on.
Very good. Which is why I didn't unmute, because I thought you were about to play. Stop it. So William Bowles also gave you an extra super chat to say thank you. That was beyond amazing. And thank you all the hard work and dedication. You've also got another super chat from Mike Ron.
Another super chat. I've got loads of super chats today.
But it looks like a currency called Squiggle. I have no idea what that is, and I apologise.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing.
I really do apologise for my ignorance.
I don't know it either.
Then you're ignorant too.
It's just, what is that?
It's a snail.
It's a snail.
Mike Ron has very generously given you 15 snails.
Wait, could you guys tell us what that is?
If you could, I mean, yes, Cole, you do know the Doctor Who theme, don't you?
Huh?
I think you know the Doctor Who theme. Do you need to refresh your memory?
Wait, let me refresh my memory.
Yeah, whilst you refresh it, please can you let me know what currency that is? I mean, I don't mean that in terms of saying, what's the value of it. It's just that I've never seen that before.
Doctor Who theme.
It does look like a snail. Anyway, 15 snails. Thank you very much. No, it's Israeli currency. There you go. That also doesn't help me because I don't even know what it's called. But thank you very much. It's that's an amazing symbol. Right, Fanzo, I am going to put you on a 3-minute timeout. I have seen your requests. I have also asked you, please don't repeat. And I haven't taken it off the list. You haven't been banned. It's just puts you on mute for 3 minutes. Whilst Cole is looking up Doctor Who.
I know it.
I'm sure you know it. Go for it. Very nice. Keep going. Doctor Who jazzy version or bluesy version. No, not ragtime. Blues.
What?
In a bluesy, relaxed version of Doctor Who.
Bluesy, relaxed version.
Yes, not ragtime. Into a boogie woogie version. Does all boogie woogie finish like that, or do you just finish all your boogie woogies like that?
I don't finish all my boogie woogies like that.
99.99% of them.
No, I don't. I don't go.
No, you do the dun dun dun.
Oh, it's just an ending. I could go.
That's true.
Well, I could go.
You're just destroying all the speakers of all the people who are listening.
I could end like that, maybe.
Yes, you could end it like that, and then your channel will explode because no one can actually listen to any of your.
What do you mean, like blow up? As in,
Yes.
like it will fall to pieces.
Yeah.
And my channel logo will be like all across the floor.
Yes. Stop it. Right. Anyway, there. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna just pinch my nose for a little bit, which now made me sound really funny. So I just want to say hi to all the patrons on here. Don Addison. I know Bob's actually away because I think he's chairing a ceremony. But we've seen. I don't think I've seen Harry.
I don't think I have either.
But Sizer, I'm just quickly scrolling up. Useless knowledge. I don't know why I keep using. He's not called useless knowledge on the other one. But a few more Jordan and Gavin's on here, so I'm just scrolling up. But one that definitely is on is Don, who asked, "Happy Sunday, Cole." one request, some old-time classic rock and roll, what would it be?
Great balls of fire. Do, 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 do.
Okay. You need to do some more different rock and roll, because you seem to pick the same one.
Great balls of ice.
Yeah, very funny. Get on with it. Straight into Tutti Frutti, don't stop. Straight into Tutti Frutti. Waiting for me to say something. Keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. Jailhouse Rock.
What do you say?
Jailhouse Rock. Because who's an Elvis fan? The Brains Fried. What's the other Elvis? two to finish, because your time is tight, into Piano Me, River Flows in You. Yes. And then finish off with All of Me.
There it is. Sorry, while it's going on, I just got a notification. It's 5-0 to Liverpool, which is ridiculous. Anyway, 5. And brilliant me took out Darwin Núñez for this game week, and he's now scored 2 goals. Anyways,
5 is a little ridiculous. I'm a little bit worried now for when they come to us. Liverpool seem to have now remembered how to play football.
Oh well, it is what it is.
Which was shocking because they never went to, what was it, 100 and... did they not get 100 points, or they almost got 100 points in the season they came second? Mm. That was ridiculous.
They got 97 points when they came second.
Yeah. I mean, it's outrageous, right?
They still didn't win the league.
No, because Man City bought the league. Well, they're being investigated now for breaking financial fair play.
And anyway, to be honest, they won't talk about it for another few years.
Yes.
Or get away with it because it's Man City.
Yes. But absolutely, you need to answer one question.
Okay,
apologies.
let's answer this question.
Mary Walker, assuming she's still on, slightly further up. I've lost it. I think I've scrolled too far up. It was something about what would be a good first song to look at or consider. Found it. Hi, Carl. What would you recommend as the first song I could learn on the piano for the first time playing? Great live stream, by the way.
I recommend a song.
Do not say Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody, probably.
Yeah, go on.
Because, I don't know, because when you're starting out at the beginning, you've got to learn the basic things before you actually start playing songs, in effect.
Yeah. Oh, play Carousel. Do you remember it?
What you mean?
When you were... Yes. The very first public performance you did was this when you were about 4 or 3.5. Yeah, you were particularly cute when you played that at school because you couldn't reach the bottom of the piano. A Live and Singing said 3 Blind Mice. But that's cool. Or chopsticks and things like that. But
Dropsticks.
chopsticks. Right. Anyway, you have to go because we need to get you back to school.
I haven't updated anyone on the socials. Oh, I haven't actually talked about the actual Arsenal game yesterday. It was.
We won. Yes, go on. You got 30 more seconds.
Crazy. Because I think Bournemouth scored in the first 9 seconds of the game.
9 seconds and 11 microseconds or milliseconds, whatever.
Why 11 microseconds? Just 9 seconds. I thought they only scored in like 7.
Yes. But apparently it was recorded just over 9 seconds, the second fastest. And then we scored in the final shot of the game. 97 minutes because they wasted so much time, even though there were only 6 minutes added time. We played into the 97th minute.
And he scored a crazy goal, and there's a video of me on Instagram with my reaction to the goal, which is like live reaction. Like I secretly filmed because every time I film a corner,
maybe we should put it on YouTube because no one on YouTube probably realizes.
And then I put I put it on. Well, I mean, I've
TikTok,
took up
YouTube,
well, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. But no, I think with that video, because me and Daddy have a thing that it's a curse when I put my phone up to film a corner.
Yes.
Because I do it loads of times and we don't score most of the
I was about to
corners.
smack you for that, but luckily we
and
scored.
So I took my phone out in secret and pressed the record button. And then we scored. It was crazy.
Yes, and you let out the most weird scream. I'm going to put it up on your YouTube stories as opposed to the other thing. Yeah. Right, anyway, we have to go because you need to get back to school. So thank you, everybody. Hopefully in about 2 weeks, live stream, unless something goes, well, not wrong, because last time you were asked to go back to school to help stuff. Is it my computer or Cheese microphone low? It's a bit late. I'll turn up my mic right now. But yes. But yeah, hopefully in 2 weeks. Otherwise, unless Cole gets asked to do something at school, which he was asked last time. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Subscribe, like, buy merch, find Cole at Arsenal whenever.
Yeah.
Yes. See you next time.
Okay. Wait, when is actually the next game? Before we go, when is
I don't know.
next game?
Why don't you look it up? You can tell everyone when to come find you. So normally, as we said to Piano Third earlier,
It's on Sunday.
Sunday, what time?
2 p.m. We're not going to be back for 5:30, let alone be back for
Oh,
storm.
so there definitely won't be a live stream next 2 weeks from now.
But in 3 weeks, it's the international break.
So there will be a live
probably
stream then.
in 3 weeks.
However, for those that are in the UK, on that Sunday, 2 weeks from now, you almost certainly will be out in St Pancras.
Probably like 4:30. Mainly
Yeah, it'll be after the game. You won't be able to
it's
do
a 2 p.m. game.
Yeah. So for anyone who wants to see Cole live, St Pancras, probably about 6. Oh no, we're gonna have to work it out.
The game ends about 4.
Then probably 5:30 for half an hour.
5 for an hour.
Yeah, they're
Well, it won't be an hour. Well, I mean, it could be an hour.
Yeah, we'll post something.
5 to 6, and they'll throw me in school. And
Yeah. Anyway, we'll post
life
something
as it
then.
were.
Right. Thank you, everybody.
yes, thank you. See you next time. Goodbye.